The 1980s produced many strange and controversial car designs that aged poorly in terms of styling. Despite a reputation for ugly shapes, plastic trim, and boxy proportions, some of these vehicles turned out to be durable and dependable. Today, many of these cars remain overlooked. Bargains on the used market, because buyers judge them by appearance rather than reliability. This countdown looks at 5 vehicles from the 1980s that may not win beauty contests, but are known for simple engineering, long-lasting drivetrains, and low ownership costs. In 5th place, the AMC Eagle from 1980 to 1987 stands out as the first mass-market American passenger car to offer full-time all-wheel drive, a feature that made it a snow state legend long before crossovers took over suburban driveways. Its raised wagon stance, plastic cladding, and unmistakably awkward lines drew plenty of side-eye in the showroom, but ugly 1980s styling hid simple, durable mechanicals. Underneath, the Eagle borrowed the iron block 4.2-liter inline-six from the Concorde Accord, an engine known for low revving torque and a lack of fussy timing chain tensioners. The viscous coupling transfer case added about 300 pounds, but it brought constant traction without the complexity that doomed many later all-wheel drive systems. A Colorado Ski Patrol Eagle logged over 612,000 miles, surviving deep snow winters and mountain grades with just routine fluid changes and a couple of major services, a testament to the platform's ruggedness. Most major parts, from suspension to drivetrain, are shared with the Concorde, keeping repairs simple and cheap. Today, used Eagles typically sell between $4,000 and $12,000, making them one of the most affordable ways to get true all-weather capability with a mechanical pedigree that shrugs off mileage. For buyers willing to overlook the boxy, lifted wagon silhouette, the Eagle proves that durability and mechanical simplicity can coexist when the engineering is straightforward. Number 4. The Chevrolet Citation from 1980 to 1985 remains one of the most affordable front-wheel drive compacts of its era, despite a reputation for bland, boxy styling and some early missteps. At first glance, the angular hatchback lines and acres of plastic trim hardly inspire nostalgia. But beneath that forgettable exterior lies a platform engineered for cost-cutting and mechanical simplicity. The Citation was General Motors' first mass-produced front-wheel drive compact, built on the X-body chassis to answer new fuel economy rules and rising gas prices. Most models came with a simple 2.8-liter overhead valve, V6, a workhorse engine known for easy valve adjustments and long-term reliability. Owners have documented Citations reaching 250,000 miles on original drivetrains. That is a testament to the robust, low-stress powertrain design. The story is not all rosy. The early 1980s saw a pair of high-profile NHTSA recalls for premature brake wear and steering rack failures, resulting in a 30% drop in sales almost overnight. Yet General Motors responded with revised parts and a massive service campaign. That meant most surviving Citations today have had their major flaws addressed. What really sets the Citation apart is its shared parts ecosystem. RockAuto and LKQ list more than 1,000 compatible parts, many interchangeable with Buick Skylark and other X-body siblings, keeping maintenance costs among the lowest of any 80s compact. Used Citations typically sell between $3,000 and $8,000, and with a vast supply of salvage engines and suspension components, even a high-mileage example can be kept on the road for years. For buyers willing to look past the plain Jane looks and early recall stigma, the Citation delivers bulletproof mechanicals at a price few other classics can match. Number 3. The Buick Skylark from 1980 to 1985 brings a surprising level of comfort to the otherwise utilitarian X-body family. The so-called razor nose front end, a product of heated internal debates at GM's Design Studio 3, set the Skylark apart visually, often to the dismay of focus groups who favored softer lines. Yet that sharp fascia was not just for show. The The swept-back C-pillar and revised bodywork delivered a drag coefficient of 0.32, a notable achievement for the era's boxy compacts. Underneath, the Skylark shares its mechanical core with the Chevrolet Citation, including the low-compression 2.8-liter overhead valve V6. This engine's robust bottom end and straightforward valve train are documented to reach 250,000 miles, with only routine valve jobs and coolant flushes. Owner service logs frequently report the V6 running strong past 200,000 miles, while the shared X body platform means suspension bushings, struts, and brake parts are available at rock-bottom prices. Rock Auto lists over 1,200 compatible components, and salvage yards regularly stock rebuilt engines for under $600. What sets the Skylark apart is its interior refinement. Plush bench seats, thicker sound insulation, and a more comprehensive dashboard layout provide a step up from the Citation's utilitarian cabin. Buyers also benefit from Buick's attention to ride quality, with a slightly softer suspension tune and better noise isolation. All this comes without a premium price tag. Used Skylarks typically range from $3,000 to $7,000, depending on mileage and trim. For shoppers seeking a dirt-cheap 80s survivor that will not punish them on long drives, the Skylark stands as the most comfortable way to enjoy bulletproof X body mechanics. Number 2. The Dodge Aries, from 1981 to 1989, represents the purest form of 1980s automotive thrift. It is a boxy, unadorned sedan that put function above all else, and it quietly rescued Chrysler from financial collapse. The Aries was born out of necessity, shaped by a government bailout that required strict cost controls and a promise to deliver fuel-efficient American-made cars at scale. Internal Chrysler memoranda from the loan agreement spelled out the urgency: at least 30% domestic parts, a 12-month rollout, and a minimum of 400,000 K-cars sold by 1982. The result was a platform so simple and modular that it set the template for decades of front-wheel drive economy cars. Visually, the Aries offered little to excite: a slab-sided profile, square headlights, and acres of plastic trim. Yet beneath the plain sheet metal, the engineering was quietly robust. The heart of the Aries is its iron block 2.2-liter or 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, designed to run on low-octane fuel and built to survive neglect. The timing belt, a routine maintenance item, can be replaced with a full kit including tensioner and water pump for under $115, and the service interval is a forgiving 60,000 miles. Owner forums are filled with stories of K-cars passing 250,000 miles on original engines, with only a single belt replacement and basic gasket sets required. Mopar and aftermarket catalogs still list over 400 Aries-specific parts, from suspension bushings to ignition modules, making repairs both cheap and accessible. Affordability is where the Aries truly shines. Current market listings show running examples priced between $2,500 and $6,000, a fraction of what most 1980s classics command. The simple floor pan and modular suspension mean even high-mileage cars can be kept on the road with basic tools and a weekend's labor. For buyers seeking the lowest cost entry into bulletproof 80s reliability, the Aries stands alone. Its bare-bones engineering, massive production numbers, and community-supported parts network make it the ultimate bargain for anyone willing to look past the bland exterior. As the countdown nears its end, the Aries sets the stage for a different kind of durability, one rooted in simplicity, not size or spectacle. And finally, in first place, the Ford LTD Crown Victoria from 1980 to 1991 stands as the undisputed king of ugly, bulletproof 80s sedans. The boxy silhouette, acres of chrome and plastic trim never won hearts at the showroom, but the Panther platform underneath turned this car into a legend of mechanical endurance. At its core sits the 5.0-liter small-block V8, a pushrod engine with roots stretching back to the early 1960s. This motor is famous for its simplicity, with 2 valves per cylinder, a cast iron block, and an oiling system designed for high mileage abuse. In police and taxi fleets, this powertrain became the gold standard for reliability. Freedom of Information Act releases from the NYPD and the Chicago Police Department show average retirement mileages between 620,000 and 720,000 miles, with many units surpassing 750,000 miles before they were pulled from service. Fleet logs confirm that fewer than 3% of frames showed any structural fatigue even after 700,000 miles of hard city driving. The repair costs are equally impressive. A full engine rebuild, including machining, new pistons, bearings, and a gasket set, can be done for less than $1,500 at most Panther specialist shops, thanks to the engine's modular design and the vast pool of interchangeable parts across decades of Ford 5.8 engines. Even major drivetrain components remain affordable. A complete rear axle assembly, including U-joints and carrier, runs about $190 from aftermarket suppliers. The body-on-frame construction, borrowed from full-size truck engineering, means that damage from minor collisions or rust can be fixed by simply swapping out frame rails or suspension links, rather than scrapping the entire car. This approach keeps annual maintenance costs under $400 for most owners, a figure that includes fluids, brake service, and routine inspections. Market values today reflect the car's reputation for longevity rather than looks. Fleet-spec Crown Victorias with 400,000 miles or more routinely sell for $4,000 to $6,000, while well-kept civilian models with lower mileage can reach $10,000. Salvage yards and Ford's own parts network continue to stock everything from powertrain modules to trim pieces, ensuring that even high-mileage examples can be revived for a fraction of what most classic cars demand. For buyers who value substance over style, the Crown Vic delivers unmatched mileage potential and mechanical simplicity that outlasts any passing trend. Its legacy is cemented not by showroom glamour, but by decades of unglamorous, relentless service, and by proving mile after mile that simplicity truly outlasts flash. Across all 5 entries, one pattern stands out: true value hides beneath the surface. In an era obsessed with looks, these cars prove that durability and simplicity outlast style. For budget-minded drivers today, ugly 1980s steel is not a punchline. It is the smartest bargain on the road.